Hey, what do I do to sell more homes in a changing market? Folks, if you're like me, you have seen a number of changes in the market. And I will tell you, I've been in the market for 20 years now. And I'll tell you, this market is just completely different than other ones that I've ever seen. And I've seen everything. I mean, I remember when we had homes sitting on the market for 6 months. And the first time I had a walkthrough, I was like, oh my gosh, the market's changing, because the market was just so crazy. We had 16,000 properties on the market at that time. That gives you relatively to help you understand that we maybe only have roughly 10,000 in our local market. So that just gives you an idea of, man, things can get a lot worse. But I will say, guess what? The market's actually good. We're selling homes. We're doing a number of sales, properties under contract, showings, but it's different. And so if you're feeling stuck, just know it's not just you. You can't control the market. You can control your mindset, your skill set, and your discipline to get work done. And so let me just tell you a number of things that I would recommend to you for you to sell more homes in a changing market. Number one is you got to really stop chasing, you got to start attracting. You do need to do your business building activities every single day. I would recommend that you're doing 3 hours of business building activities every day. What is that? Getting in front of people, talking to people, doing things that is in front of people. But with that, I want you to think of, how do I start attracting people? I like doing market updates. I like doing a newsletter. I like doing things on social media where I'm interacting with the people on social media. Why? As people see you as a market expert, doing business, doing activities, they are going to be more attracted to ask you questions, inquire, find out a little bit more. For example, yesterday my plumber sent me a message via Facebook in the messenger from a property that I purchased, or a property that I had marketed, saying, hey, I may be interested in buying a property, but is that something that you'd even be interested in helping me with? Why? Because I was engaging. He had some information and he sent it through social media because that was the avenue. But I do stay in contact with them. I do send them the updated newsletters. I do the market updates. But again, make sure you're being social. You're being attractive to the outside market. How do you do that? Make sure you're creating opportunities for yourself in order to be in front of them. Okay. Part two. I want you to think about update your listing opportunity, to update your listing skill set and game. What you're going to end up doing is you want to make sure that you are putting together information and details that help them understand exactly what you're going to do. Folks, if you're having a very generic listing agreement, I will tell you probably 90% of the listing appointments I go to, they say, man, none of the other people brought anything like this. Why? Because I typically customize it to the physical property, meaning I have so much information and data about that property, the area, the community, the other properties that are around it, as well as a very detailed plan of what I'm going to do, how I'm going to execute, things I would recommend, and how to show it best, improve the condition, how to make sure it is showcased on the market. And I just make sure that every little thing I'm thinking of, I'm bullet pointing, right? So take your structure, build a bullet point list around it, and make sure you're going in deep, not super wide, because that's what we're seeing a lot of agents do. And they're not getting listings, they're not getting opportunities, and they're not selling homes. I want you to make sure you're pricing with precision, okay? If those people are saying that they have to get a certain price or they have to go away, I can't tell you how many listings I've said, this is the price that I would have to sell to take your listing. And if that doesn't work, that's okay. And folks, guess what? Somebody else listens and they just sit there and they do not sell, okay? You have to help them and you have to get them to the place where it's going to make sense for them to sell so that you can, execute on your fiduciary duty to assist them along the way. But you also want to make sure they're realistic about the current market. So how do you do that? Bring the information, share with them during that, help them understand it, and just know you want to price ahead of the market, not behind it. And then the final note that I just wanted to tell you that I had kind of made when I was writing a few things is just collaborate. Don't isolate. Make sure that when you have folks that you're talking to, that you're surrounding yourself with opportunities. I think one of the greatest gifts of life is that you can seek and find and locate teachers and information and mentors that will affect you so you can be a better person, a better, more skilled, human in order that you can serve others. So choose those best people to be around. Choose that best brokerage. Choose that best mentor. Choose that best person. Always have a mentor. Always somebody that I'm trying to level up with. in order to make an improvement. Because when you level yourself up, operate at a high frequency, you really can serve others at a high level. And folks, sometimes that's what life's about, where you're able to be your best self and serve others, do the best that you possibly can, providing a world-class experience along the way. Doing it that way, I promise you, the referrals come your way. Past clients love you, and they want to give you business because you serve them so well. Folks, if you are having a tough year, just know it's okay. But just know it's your choice to move forward. So if you do want to sell more homes, which I believe you can sell more homes in a market like this, when so many people are retreating, it creates opportunity for you. But you may need people around. You want to have one-on-one help. You want to have a quick conversation about maybe where there's holes in your business. Guess what? Reach out to me anytime. I'm happy to help you. But best of luck. Move things forward. I promise you, the more you do, the more it'll compound and the more opportunities you'll see. Best of luck.